Stretching before you is the Makgadikgadi. These are the biggest salt flats in the world. They're almost completely lifeless and as wide as Portugal. No car has ever driven across them. If you run out of water, you will die. If your car breaks down and you can't be rescued, you will die. If you run out of food, you will die. It's like driving on a creme brulee. There's a primeval ooze covered with a thin layer of salty crust. If you have thin tyres, you will break through that crust, get stuck, and you will die. So it advises us to fit fat tyres and remove as much weight as possible before setting off. Well, how hard can it be?
Don't say that!
In camp, the weight shedding began.
Ready?
That doesn't work. Thanks awfully. Wow, feel how much this seat weighs.
Like your work.
Fuel filler, I'll need that, maybe. I don't want to take the hubcaps off, really, because they protect the hubs.
Can I point something out?
What?
Hammond's walking around his car muttering about how he needs all of it.
I know exactly what he's doing.
He's formed an emotional attachment, hasn't he?
It'd be like saying to him, could you cut bits off your wife?
The next morning, on the edge of the salt pans, we thought we'd come under attack from a Bond villain, but it turned out to be the Vice President of Botswana.
That is a cool arrival.
Yeah, it is.
It's better than an official Rover 75 and a couple of policemen on motorbikes.
He was amazed to hear what was being planned.
I've just never known anybody to go across in a car. Should be the first time, I think.
There they are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is that...
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Right
that should
across
be
them.
interesting.
You were smiling, you've just stopped.
Buoyed by the Vice President's optimism, we set off.
Nothing really prepares you for the sheer size of these.
I think, in a way, that is more frightening than the pole. It's absolutely nothing. You can see the curvature of the Earth.
As we ploughed on, the little Opal was going well.
Oliver is just skipping. Boom! This car was born to do this.
Sadly, though, despite the weight shedding, my Lancia was not doing so well.
Judging by the way the tyres are kind of digging in as I'm driving along, I think a little bit more has to come out.
Still, as you can see from the tyres' grooves, I was doing better than the Merc.
I'm looking at James's rear wheel and he's digging in a long way.
I tried to help him along.
Really helpful.
Well, he's always the Beetle, James.
It's waiting for you. What are you going to do? It's sinking.
James, honestly, we've done, how far's that, a mile?
If that.
My Lancia waded in again.
Just a nudge. That's a crash.
There's a thing.
Unfortunately, because it was an automatic, it was useless. So we told Richard to try. But he didn't want to hurt Oliver.
Ah! Ah!
This was hopeless, so we had to rope in the camera crew.
Right. 3, 2, 1.
Because the ooze was so bad, we had to get even more drastic with the weight shedding. We toiled away for hours.
Nada. Oh, God.
Well, 2 of us did. And then finally, we were ready.
Now this is light. Lancia Beta Coupe Superleggera.
Not a modification.
This is excellent.
Why don't all cars have no doors? When I come to power, I'm going to make it a rule, because this is just better.
However, the Makati Caddy was not going to let us off that lightly, and soon even our super lightweight cars started to struggle again.
Come on, just... Oh, yes.
No, this isn't good.
Oh, no.
Only the Opel remained trouble-free, which was bad news for me.
Yes, come on, man. I'll go forwards, Hammond, and we'll do it again. Hang on.
How far is it?
I think another 5 or 6 yards and we might be Bobby.
Oh, this is just horrible. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, yes.
No.
James, don't go there. You'll get stuck.
That's close.
Come on.
Got permission to say cock.
Can we have everybody? We'll push it off.
We need 100 men or more.
No. That's just hopeless.
People of Surrey, you need four-wheel drive for this bit.
The gunk was so sticky it had completely jammed the Lancia's rear wheels.
I can't describe it. You just think it's just mud, isn't it?
Do you know what it is? Fish. It's just rotted, prehistoric fish. 1, 2, 3.
Mercifully, the ground eventually hardened and we made good progress. But then suddenly, the horizon was no longer flat.
Now, this is interesting because we're now coming between what look like islands. And I suppose they are. This was a lake, so they would have been islands.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Where are we?
It's called Kubu Island. We're about a third of the way across.
And you've been stuck about 1,000 times.
That is smug.
A baobab tree. Always wanted to see one of those.
Hammond, look at this.
Whoa.
It is just about the most astonishing place I've ever been.
Oh, really there.